The incredible journey of Hillbilly Jim, a wrestling legend born James Morris in 1952 in the small town of Mudlick, Kentucky. Hillbilly Jim grew up steeped in the traditions of rural America, raised on the values of hard work, community, and Southern hospitality. Young Jim developed a deep appreciation for the outdoors. His childhood was filled with activities that built both his physical strength and his character, working on farms, exploring the rolling hills, and embracing the rugged lifestyle of rural Kentucky. Standing at an imposing 6 feet 7 inches and weighing approximately 320 pounds, Jim was a natural athlete whose physical presence made him stand out even in his youth. His passion for fitness and the outdoors laid the foundation for his later success in the physically demanding world of professional wrestling. Jim's wrestling career began humbly in the mid-1970s, wrestling in local circuits across the South. His towering frame and warm, approachable demeanor quickly caught the attention of fans. He started with Stampede Wrestling, where he competed in his first notable match against Carl Moffat, marking the beginning of his journey as a professional wrestler. This early experience honed his skills and ignited his ambition to make a name for himself in the wrestling world. In the late 1970s, Jim moved to the Continental Wrestling Association in Memphis, adopting the persona of Harley Davidson, a tough biker character that contrasted sharply with his later, more famous gimmick. As Harley Davidson, he teamed up with Roger Smith, who went by Dirty Rhodes due to his resemblance to wrestling legend Dusty Rhodes. Together, they became a popular tag team, thrilling Memphis audiences with their rough-and-tumble style and undeniable charisma. This period in Memphis was crucial, allowing Jim to refine his in-ring abilities and develop the showmanship that would later define his career. In 1984, James Morris got his big break when he joined the World Wrestling Federation (WWF), now known as WWE, initially introduced as Big Jim, a passionate fan who frequently appeared in the front row cheering for his idol, Hulk Hogan. He quickly transitioned from spectator to competitor. His journey into the ring began on the iconic WWF talk show Piper's Pit, where Rowdy Roddy Piper offered to train him. However, Jim chose Hulk Hogan as his mentor, a decision that would shape his career. Under Hogan's guidance, Big Jim transformed into Hillbilly Jim, a lovable country boy from Mudlick, Kentucky. Hillbilly Jim's persona was a celebration of rural life, complete with overalls, a straw hat, a bushy beard, and a contagious smile. His theme song, "Don't Go Messin' with a Country Boy," became an anthem that perfectly captured his carefree, down-to-earth charm. Fans were immediately drawn to his larger-than-life personality and wholesome vibe, making him a standout in the colorful world of 1980s wrestling. Hillbilly Jim's debut matches were a hit, particularly when he teamed with Hulk Hogan. One of his early victories came in 1985 against Rene Goulet at the War to Settle the Score event, cementing his status as a rising star. However, his career hit a setback when he suffered a knee injury during a match in San Diego, slipping on a wet spot while chasing Johnny Valiant. The injury sidelined him for 6 months, but the WWF kept his character relevant by introducing a fictional hillbilly family that included Uncle Elmer, Cousin Luke, and Cousin Junior. As their manager, Jim remained a fixture on television, cheering from the sidelines and keeping fans entertained with the family's antics. Once he returned to the ring, Hillbilly Jim resumed his role as a fan-favorite babyface, often facing off against the era's most intimidating heels, such as Big John Studd and King Kong Bundy. His matches were lighthearted and family-friendly, designed to entertain rather than intimidate. In 1986, he engaged in a memorable feud with Mr. Fuji, competing in a series of tuxedo matches that showcased his comedic flair and ability to connect with audiences. Hillbilly Jim made his WrestleMania debut at WrestleMania 2 in 1986, participating in an open invitational battle royal. The following year, At WrestleMania 3, he faced King Kong Bundy in a unique match that featured midget wrestlers, blending humor and spectacle in a way that kept fans buzzing. In 1988, he joined forces with Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Hercules, and Coco Beware at Survivor Series to take on a formidable team led by Big Boss Man. Although Jim was eliminated by Akeem, his team emerged victorious, thanks to Hogan and Savage. By the late 1980s, Hillbilly Jim's in-ring career began to wind down. One of his final high-profile matches was a quick loss to Earthquake in 1990, and his last WWF match took place on August 31, 1990, against Black Bart in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Despite stepping away from active competition, Jim remained a beloved figure in the wrestling world, while Hillbilly Jim's on-screen persona was all smiles. His career and personal life were not without controversy. His 2018 induction into the WWE Hall of Fame sparked heated debate among fan supporters. Argued that his unique country boy character and connection with audiences made him a worthy inductee, emphasizing that the Hall of Fame honors impact beyond just titles and main events. Hillbilly Jim was a key part of the WWF's family-friendly, larger-than-life entertainment in the 1980s, and his induction felt like a nostalgic nod to that era. However, critics pointed out that his relatively short career and lack of championship pedigree didn't measure up to other inductees. They viewed him as a supporting character rather than a main event star, questioning whether his contributions warranted such a prestigious honor. Another point of contention was Hillbilly Jim's character itself. While fans adored his wholesome, rural persona, some critics argued that it relied too heavily on stereotypes of country life, portraying rural folks as simplistic or comical. Defenders countered that Jim embraced the role with authenticity and enthusiasm, using it to entertain rather than mock. His charitable work, mentorship of younger wrestlers, and positive demeanor further underscored his commitment to the role, proving it was more about fun than caricature off the ring. Hillbilly Jim faced personal struggles that challenged his clean-cut image. In 2002, he was arrested in Kentucky for driving under the influence, with a blood alcohol level reportedly twice the legal limit. The incident led to legal consequences, likely including fines, a possible license suspension, and mandatory alcohol education classes. For fans who saw him as a role model, the arrest was a disappointing blow, though Jim worked to move past it and maintain his positive presence in the wrestling community. In 2016, news of a foreclosure on his Kentucky home shed light on the financial difficulties many retired wrestlers face. While the exact reasons were unclear, medical expenses from multiple surgeries, including a hip replacement, likely played a role. Unlike modern WWE stars with lucrative contracts, wrestlers of Jim's era often lacked long-term financial security, and his occasional appearances didn't provide a steady income. The foreclosure was a stark reminder that even beloved wrestling personalities can face economic hardship after their in-ring careers end. Hillbilly Jim's contributions to wrestling extended far beyond his in-ring days. In 1992, he returned to the WWF as a co-host for Primetime Wrestling alongside Vince McMahon, Jim Duggan, and Bobby Heenan, remaining until the show ended in 1993. In the mid-1990s, he served as a guest referee and later managed the Godwins, a tag team billed as his cousins, who won the WWF Tag Team Championship under his guidance. In 2001, he competed in the Gimmick Battle Royal at WrestleMania X7, eliminating several opponents before being eliminated by the Iron Sheik. Outside the ring, Hillbilly Jim embraced a variety of roles that showcased his versatility and charm. He hosted WWE's WrestleMania Access Tours, engaging with fans at events across the country. In 2005, he launched Hillbilly Jim's Moonshine Mat, a weekly radio show on SiriusXM's Outlaw Country channel, where he plays classic country and Southern rock while sharing stories from his wrestling days. The show, still running as of 2025, remains a fan favorite for its authentic, laid-back vibe. Jim also ventured into other media, appearing in the animated series Hulk Hogan's Rock, and wrestling and the video game WWE SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. His musical talents shone through in his recording of Don't Go Messin' with a country boy for the Gold Certified the Wrestling album and a duet. Waking Up Alone on its sequel, Pile Driver, the Wrestling album 2. In 2014, he joined the reality show WWE Legends House, offering fans a glimpse into his genuine personality. 2 years later, he published his autobiography, Hillbilly Jim, The Incredible Story of a Wrestling Superstar, which detailed his journey and resonated with longtime fans. In a surprising career pivot, Jim became a spokesperson for Champion Stamp Company, a coin and currency dealership. While not an expert, his charisma drew crowds at coin shows, and he developed a personal interest in collecting coins and paper money, adding a new dimension to his post-wrestling life. Hillbilly Jim's 2018 WWE Hall of Fame induction solidified his legacy as one of wrestling's most endearing characters. While he never held major titles, his impact was undeniable. He brought joy to fans with his infectious enthusiasm. Memorable matches alongside legends like Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, and a persona that radiated authenticity. His catchphrase, "Don't go messin' with a country boy," became a rallying cry for fans who saw him as a relatable, down-to-earth hero.